Go for it.
All right, so part 2, we're going to talk about your course materials, everything that you're going to need to lead your class this year. Those of you that were here, if we have your books in stock, we gave you those books. Those books are on loan. You can give us those books back to us on the last day of your class. If it's a college class, it's an 8-week class. We'll collect them at the end of that class. If it's a high school class, it's 32 weeks, and we'll collect them on the last day of class. If you didn't get your books today, if there's any other resources you need, we'll get those to you at the orientation. You are invited to the orientation that your hostess is organizing. It's not required that you be there, but if you'd like to, fellowship with the families, absolutely, we encourage you to be part of that. Class supplies. Debbie gives, are you going to give all classes petty cash or
Usually I just do the science.
The science classes? Science teachers, you will have a petty cash fund of about $50 to buy things you need, random things for experiments, baking soda, peroxide, whatever, things that come up. All you need to do is save your receipt. Other classes, you may from time to time have things that your lesson plans say that you need to buy. For example, Martha, you pop popcorn for one of your lessons and have popcorn. So just go to the store, buy the popcorn, save the receipt, give it to your hostess, give it to Debbie, probably the hostess. Give it to your hostess and she'll turn around and reimburse you probably from her petty cash. If you have a big expense, then we do have an expense form, and I'll show you that form in a few minutes. It's in your class folder. But just know that if there's anything that's required of you that you have to buy, that does not come out of your pocket. That comes out of the petty cash that your hostess will give you. So, since each campus does have a printer, we ask that all copies be made on campus. So, in other words, if you're printing at home, we do not reimburse you for copies. That's why we invested in a printer for each and every one of our campuses. We found that that was just more, first, economical, but second of all, more convenient. So that you could get there, run the copies. What a lot of our teachers do is they submit the documents that they need copied 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time to the hostess. So the hostess will get them, a week or two ahead of time, print them out that week, and then you'll have them several weeks ahead of time. So whatever works between you and your hostess, we encourage you to figure that out, but definitely take advantage of that, make your copies on campus. All right, each teacher has a Google Drive folder, a class folder. I'm going to pull up one of the Drive folders here and kind of walk you through what this looks like. Can everybody see the screen okay? Okay.
She'll send you the link to your folder. Where's the link in there?
In the next 5 to 7 days, you'll get the link to your folder. We're still finalizing the folders, updating everything that's in the folder. So I've opened up the English 8 folder, okay? So everything that the English 8 teacher needs to be successful is included in this folder. Let me just walk you through some of the things that are in here so you know what you have. The academic calendar is in here. This is the full program-wide academic calendar. If we update it or if we change anything, we just replace it in your Google Drive folder. Okay, you also have, thanks to Celeste, we have quarterly dates in here as well. What she's done is taken our entire year by week and divided it by quarter and put the exact dates. Because all of your lesson plans are communicated on a weekly basis. So it says week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. It doesn't say the date, it'll say the week. So this is how you can coordinate the weeks with which quarter we're on. So Celeste did that. We really appreciate her help. Let's see, I talked about expenses. Let's see, we do have an expense reimbursement form that you'll need to use. I don't see it in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, it's pretty standard. You just put your name, your information. Make sure you sign it and attach your receipt. Okay. Pretty basic. You can even print that out on campus.
Go back up to the top on that. I just saw an error on it, but I'll fix it for one day. See where it says north or south? Put your campus.
Yes.
Once upon a time, that's all we had.
All right. There is also in here what we call a half credit calculator. I think it's in here. It might not be. No, it's not in this class because this class doesn't use it. In our math classes and in our science classes, students have an opportunity to redo tests and quizzes and earn back half of the lost credit. Okay? So those classes have a half credit calculator in there, so you can put the first grade, you can put the revised grade, and then it comes back and tells you what the half credit grade would be, what the revised final grade would be. So you can enter that, and you'll see more information on that in your lesson plans. There's also a GradeLink training PDF. So I'm going to go through GradeLink today, but I'm probably going to give you a lot of information that's, you know, going to be kind of just swishing around up there. So we have a GradeLink teacher training PDF. So a lot of things that I go over today, you can go back and reference in this GradeLink training PDF. So a lot of I put in this PDF the very specific things that we use in GradeLink. GradeLink is our parent, student, teacher portal. We don't use all of the features of GradeLink, but the main features that we use you'll find in this PDF. Okay, you'll also find in your folder two files, two PDFs. One is a games PDF, and one is a games and team building. So you can use this. There's all kinds of game ideas in here. They're very specific, very easy, very quick. Some lesson plans will say, you know, do a game on the first day. If you have some downtime, if it's a slow day, feel free to plan one of these games, especially early on. It gets the students talking. It makes everybody feel comfortable. So lots of game and team building activities are in your file there for you too. Two of the big games that we play on a regular basis are Zonk and Quizlet. And you're going to be introduced to Zonk and Quizlet today. But I do want to show you in your file, you do have, let's see, English 8 doesn't play Zonk and Quizlet, so it's not in their folder. But there is full directions on how to play Zonk and Quizlet. Okay, so those are all written out for you. You also see a copy of our program handbook, the Tandem Tenets. That's in your folder. Okay, that's the full program manual, so if there's any questions about dress code, tardiness, anything about policies, you can go there. If you're facilitating a college class, you'll also have the college class passwords in your folder. So the students, when they're enrolled in TFC, they have access to the TFC library, and that includes Galileo and other powerful search engines. All those passwords will be in your folder, okay, so you can access that as well. Now, the most important thing in your folder, and the thing I'm going to spend the most time on, is your lesson plan. Every class has a lesson plan. So all of the lessons are scripted for you, so you don't have to come up with the lesson plans on a weekly basis.
I think you just passed it with the big blue bar.
Yes, that's it, yep. All right, so lesson plans, I want to call your attention to first your table of contents. In the table of contents, it's broken down by week. Each and every one of these weeks is a live link. So you can just click that and it'll take you directly to that week. You don't have to scroll through all 30 pages to get to the lesson that you need. The most important part of the lesson plan that you need to read on the front end are these teacher notes. Okay, these teacher notes contain things very specific to your class. Like, for example, in some of the college classes, you have to schedule a field trip. And it tells you that up front. It tells you what to do, how to do that, how to work with your hostess to do that. You know, it'll give you information on how to calculate grades. It'll give you information about GradeLink. There's just a whole host of things that are specific to you that you'll find in your lesson plan. Now, one thing I want to call everybody's attention to is Thanksgiving week. We are not holding class, but we are holding school. So physically, we won't meet on campus. But the students will have assignments that week. So we ask all of our teachers to be available on their class day for any questions, okay? Any questions via phone, via email, via text. So that's your day, that's the only day to be, and basically just during the hours that we would have class. So from 8 to 1, okay? Just be available, let the students know you're available. In your lesson plan, it's not going to tell you that that's Thanksgiving week, it's week 13. but you'll know because there'll be plenty of announcements leading up to that. And you may have to tweak your lesson plan a little bit. You may have to send some links to some things. You may have to, send out some documents. The students may have to scan and send things back to you. So just be aware of that, kind of plan ahead, that is a school from home week, something new that we're going to try this year. All right, now, getting into the weekly lessons. So you have a lesson every week. The lesson plan always starts with your preparation. What things you need to do to get ready for that week, what you're going to be looking at. And then there's the classroom instruction section that tells you basically what you need to do for that class that week, what you need to pour into the students. And then the student assignments, I always encourage you to verbally give the students the assignments, but then they are also posted on GradeLink. So Celeste is our administrative assistant. She literally cuts this out and pastes it into GradeLink. So there's no error, no nothing. Whatever is exactly here, exactly just transfers over into GradeLink so that the students will see exactly what their assignments are. And then the second thing she does, these assignments are graded assignments. Some assignments are daily work that are not graded. For example, daily math practice. The daily assignments are not graded, okay? But there's a quiz, a test, something like that that would be graded. Graded assignments are listed in this section. Celeste cuts that, pastes that in GradeLink as a graded assignment. Okay, and I'll show you more about GradeLink and how you can discern the difference between graded and non-graded assignments. Now your lesson plan is also going to contain links to videos. It may contain links to PowerPoints. It may tell you to go to study.com to show this particular video. Okay, all of that will be in your lesson plan. If you're directed to go to study.com, then you'll have all the password information in your teacher notes. Okay, so I can tell you that our lab classes are using a lot of study.com videos this year for the chemistry and the biology. Study.com is a great resource for everything school related, from elementary all the way through college. It's a great tool. All right, if there are videos that you're going to show in class, then a lot of times what we try to do is download that video and put it in your class folder. We found that links disappear from time to time, but if we put the video in your file, then it's there forever. So this is an MLA video that you can show during class.
Pay attention to this screen for the lunch.
Entertainment. Okay, she gave you a tip. All right. So we're going to break for a few questions now. I should have left that up. All right. Do you have any